Imagine a quiet morning in ancient Japan. The sun has not yet risen, but a soft, pale glow rests gently on the horizon. A cool breeze slips through the paper walls of your home, carrying with it the scent of cedar wood and distant mountains. Wind chimes ring faintly outside, delicate, gentle, almost like a whisper, greeting the new day. You are a samurai, a warrior not only of the sword, but of the mind, of discipline, of balance. You live by a code older than memory, bushidō, the way of honor, loyalty, courage, and serenity. Tonight, as you drift into rest, I will walk you through a full day in your life, a day built on ritual, intention, and quiet strength. Let your breathing slow, let your thoughts soften, and allow yourself to step into a world long gone, a world of lantern light, bamboo forests, and the quiet resilience of the samurai spirit. Your day begins now. The first quiet breath of morning settles around you. You sit upon the tatami, spine straight, hands resting lightly upon your lap. Your eyes are closed, but your awareness is wide awake. You feel the warmth of dawn pressing softly against the shoji screens. The world is still, unshaken, waiting patiently for your first movement. Your breathing becomes the center of your being. Slow inhale, gentle pause, slow exhale. With every breath, the remnants of sleep fade away. Clarity rises like the morning sun. You reach for your kimono and obi. The fabric is cool against your skin, a reminder of discipline, of intention, of the role you are meant to embody. With slow and careful motions, you wrap the obi around your waist. Your fingers work with familiarity, tying the knot the same way you have since childhood. The ritual is simple, but sacred. As you adjust the layers of cloth, a soft glow grows behind the shoji. Dust motes drift lazily through the beam of sunlight that slips into the room. The air smells faintly of cedar, tatami straw, and morning stillness. When the knot is tied, you bow your head slightly. A moment of humility before the day begins. This is the samurai's morning. Quiet, intentional, grounded. A reminder that strength begins within. You rise and step toward the world waiting beyond the shoji doors. The wooden floor of the engawa is cool beneath your feet as you slide the door open. A gentle breeze rushes in, carrying the scent of pine and damp stone. The garden stretches before you, peaceful, untouched, bathed in soft morning light. Mist curls along the ground, weaving between moss-covered rocks and carefully sculpted bonsai pines. Sunlight filters through the branches, turning the haze into warm, golden silk. You take your first step onto the engawa, and then onto the garden path. Each stone beneath your feet feels solid, grounded, permanent. A reminder of your ancestors, steady, unwavering, enduring. The silence of the garden is not emptiness. It is richness. A tapestry of small sounds, the whisper of leaves, the breath of wind, the distant trickle of water. You breathe in deeply. The air is crisp, refreshing, alive. Your hand rests lightly on the hilt of your sheathed katana, not in readiness, but in connection. A samurai is never separate from his blade. Not because of violence, but because of purpose. As you walk deeper into the garden, the world feels larger, yet calmer. Time stretches, moments lengthen. Your mind becomes still water. You pause before the stone lantern, watching the way morning light highlights the carvings etched long ago. In this garden, nothing hurries, and so neither do you. You step beyond the garden walls, following a narrow dirt road that stretches toward the village. The morning is still young. The sun has barely risen above the mountains, yet the world around you begins to glow with a soft, golden light. Cherry blossoms drift lazily through the air, carried by a gentle breeze. Some petals fall to the ground, others cling to your sleeves. Others swirl for a moment in the sunlight before disappearing into the distance. The village ahead is calm, peaceful, just beginning to awaken. A lone fisherman adjusts the nets at the riverbank. His movements are steady, practiced, the kind that come from years of rising before dawn. Nearby, a woman sweeps the front of her small wooden home, her broom brushing lightly against the ground. She looks up as you pass, offering a quiet bow. There is no rush in her gesture, only respect and a shared understanding of the rhythm of morning. The scent of cooking rice drifts from an open window. Smoke rises in thin trails from clay stoves. A dog curled on a doorstep lifts its head as you walk by, then settles again, content and untroubled. You cross a small wooden bridge. The river below reflects the early light, shimmering like liquid gold. Ripples move across the surface as fish dart beneath, sending patterns of light dancing across the water. For a moment, you pause at the center of the bridge. You rest your hand on the railing, feeling the wood warmed gently by the rising sun. The world feels vast here, yet familiar, as if every breath belongs exactly where it is. Two children run past, laughing softly as they chase each other along the riverbank. Their laughter echoes lightly in the morning air, a reminder that peace is not silence, but harmony. You continue walking. Your footsteps fall into a slow, steady rhythm against the packed earth. A vendor lifts a woven curtain and begins arranging fresh vegetables in neat rows. The soft thud of baskets touching the ground blends with the distant crow of a rooster. Life moves gently here, and you move with it. As you near the end of the village, you look back once more. The warm glow of the sun touches rooftops, streams, and cherry trees, turning the entire street into a moment of living poetry. You breathe in deeply, then turn away, ready for the discipline that awaits. Back in the courtyard, you set your katana before you and bow. The bow is slow, deliberate, filled with respect. You rise, place your hand upon the hilt, and draw the blade in one smooth motion. The steel catches the morning light, glowing softly for a moment before settling into calm. Your feet find their stance without thought. Your posture becomes firm, centered, connected to the earth beneath you. You inhale, and the kata begins. Your first movement is gentle, precise. A soft arc of the blade through the quiet air. There is no force behind it, only intention. You shift your weight to the left, then to the right, your feet gliding across the sand. The grains shift softly beneath each step, creating faint lines in the ground, lines that echo the motion of your blade. You pivot your hips, turning your body into a new stance. Your arms move with fluid control, directing the blade through a series of practiced motions. Each gesture is part of a larger flow, one motion ending exactly where the next begins. A beam of sunlight breaks through the trees overhead, shining onto your back. You feel its warmth even as your body moves with steady precision. Your breathing remains calm. Inhale before each strike. Exhale as the motion completes. The world narrows to nothing but the blade, your breath, and the slow, meditative rhythm of movement. You shift into a low stance. Your knees bend. Your center lowers. Your awareness sharpens. Then you rise again, letting the motion carry you upward like a slow wave. You turn once more, a full rotation, letting the blade trace an arc through the air. Its reflection ripples across the courtyard stones. Sweat forms lightly at your temples, not from strain, but from focus. This is not combat. This is presence. This is the practice that shapes mind and spirit, the quiet discipline behind every samurai's strength. When the final motion ends, you hold the blade still. Silence settles over the courtyard again. Your breath slows, your heartbeat steadies, your mind becomes clear. You bow once more to the katana, then return it gently to its scabbard. The training is complete, yet its calm remains with you. You step into the Zen garden, a place shaped not to impress the eye, but to quiet the heart. The gravel is raked into perfect patterns, each line placed with careful intention. The stones rise like small islands within the sea of white sand. Some stand tall, others lie low, each positioned to guide the flow of silence itself. Sunlight filters through the branches above, painting soft patterns across the ground. Shadows shift gently with the breeze. You walk slowly along the stone path. Your footsteps make a soft sound against the moss. Each step feels like entering deeper into stillness. A sparrow hops lightly onto a nearby branch. It tilts its head, observing you with quiet curiosity. Then it takes flight, wings fluttering softly before disappearing above the pines. You pause beside a stone basin filled with clear water. A bamboo spout drips steadily, each drop falling with a soft, calming echo. You watch the ripple expand outward, growing wider, then fading into stillness once more. The scent of pine needles fills the air, a faint trace of earth after morning dew. You take a slow breath in and let it fall away at its own pace. The garden is a teacher of patience. Nothing rushes here. Nothing forces its way forward. Everything unfolds only when the moment is ready. Petals drift across the path. One lands near your foot. Small, delicate, almost weightless. You kneel and pick it up, feeling its softness between your fingers. For a moment, you simply hold it, then release it into the breeze. It spirals upward, joining the gentle dance of morning wind. When you rise, you continue walking, your steps unhurried, your thoughts quiet. In this garden, the world feels balanced, and in that balance, you find yourself. You return to the wooden engawa and kneel beside the koi pond. The surface of the water is smooth, reflecting the sky like a sheet of polished glass. You pour tea into a small cup. Steam rises in slow, delicate ribbons, twisting softly in the warm light. You lift the cup and feel its warmth spread through your hands. The scent of the tea is earthy and calming, a perfect companion for stillness. The koi beneath the surface move with effortless grace. Their colors, white, orange, gold, drift like living brushstrokes. They glide around one another in slow, deliberate patterns. You take a sip. The flavor is deep, warm, grounding. You breathe in and let the world fall into place around you. The sound of water trickling from a bamboo fountain echoes lightly through the garden. Each drop creates a gentle ripple that moves outward, touching the edges of the pond and dissolving softly. The air feels warmer now. A soft breeze brushes past, carrying the scent of the afternoon. You set the cup down, place your hands on your knees, and close your eyes. Your breath slows, your mind settles, your spirit loosens. Minutes pass like drifting clouds. You sit in stillness and quiet, in presence. When you open your eyes again, the world feels softer. You stand, refreshed, and ready for the peace of evening. Evening settles slowly across the garden, arriving not in a single moment, but in a gradual shift of light. The warm glow of the sun fades into soft amber. Amber deepens into rose, and rose dissolves into the gentle, cooling violet of twilight. You step onto the engawa, the wooden planks creaking softly under your weight. The warmth they carried from the afternoon sun is fading now, replaced by a cool, refreshing breath rising from the earth. Lanterns begin to glow around the garden, one by one. Their warm light flickers gently, casting dancing shapes against the stones, the moss, and the curved wooden beams of the house. You take a slow breath. The scent of evening air is different, a little cooler, a little sweeter, carrying hints of night-blooming flowers and distant pine. You sit on the edge of the engawa and rest your hands on your lap. Your posture is relaxed, soft, open to the quiet that comes with the end of day. Beside you, a stick of incense burns low. Its smoke rises in slow, spiraling threads that drift gently toward the rafters before fading into the darkening air. You watch the smoke for a moment. You watch its softness, its weightlessness, its complete surrender to the wind. The chorus of evening insects begins, not loud, not sudden, but gradual, layering itself into the stillness until the entire garden hums with a delicate and comforting rhythm. You close your eyes. Your breath deepens. The sounds of twilight wrap themselves around you like a soft blanket. You reflect on the day, not in the sharp way of memory, but as one drifts through a dream. The quiet morning, the slow walk through the garden, the kindness of the villagers, the discipline of the blade, the stillness by the pond. Each moment rises softly within you, not asking for judgment or analysis, only asking to be acknowledged and released. You open your eyes again. The sky has darkened further. A faint glow remains at the horizon like the last ember of a dying fire. Lantern light wavers with the gentle breeze, casting long, interrupted shadows across the stones. The shadows shift slowly, stretching, folding, disappearing, like memories drifting into quiet sleep. You place your hand on the ngawa. The wood feels cool now, smooth, steady, timeless. A soft wind brushes your hair. Somewhere in the garden, a leaf detaches from a branch and floats gently to the ground, its descent slow, unhurried, peaceful. You inhale, a long, calming breath that fills your chest, and as you exhale, you feel tension slip away from your shoulders, from your jaw, from the small muscles behind your eyes. You bow your head slightly, a gesture of gratitude not to any person but to the day itself, to the time you lived, to the moments you witnessed, to the stillness you earned. Twilight deepens, the world quiets, and you sit in harmony with everything around you, the lanterns, the shadows, the breath of the night. Night arrives softly, settling over the garden like a blanket woven from shadow and starlight. The lanterns glow steadily, their light reflecting across the pond in long, shimmering ribbons. The water is almost completely still, so calm that even the faintest ripple becomes a slow, gentle wave that drifts outward until it vanishes. You step inside your room, sliding the shoji closed behind you. The paper panels soften the lantern light, turning it into a warm amber glow that fills the room with a sense of safety and deep, quiet rest. Your tatami mat awaits. The woven surface carries the faint scent of straw, warmed by the day's sunlight. You kneel beside it for a moment, allowing yourself to feel the weight of the day settle into your bones. Not a heavy weight, not exhaustion, but the soft heaviness that comes from living with intention, with awareness, with presence. You lie down slowly. Your body relaxes into the familiar, gentle firmness of the tatami. You rest your hands on your stomach, feeling your breath rise and fall beneath them, slow, steady, like the tide of a distant, peaceful sea. Outside, the night insects continue their song, a rhythmic pattern, predictable, calming, woven into the fabric of darkness. A faint breeze slips through a crack in the shoji, brushing softly across your skin. You allow your eyes to close. You allow your thoughts to soften. You allow yourself to drift. The ceiling above you fades from sight. The faint glow of lantern light becomes a gentle blur, and your breath becomes the only sound you hear clearly. You inhale, and the coolness of night fills your lungs. You exhale, and every lingering tension leaves your body. Images of the day rise and fall within you. The golden morning light, the quiet village path, the focused movement of your blade, the stillness by the koi pond, the softness of twilight. They come and go like clouds, drifting across the surface of your mind. You don't hold on to them. You simply let them pass, one after another, until each dissolves into the gentle dark. Your breath deepens, your heartbeat slows, your body grows warm and heavy, sinking deeper into the tatami with each quiet moment. You are safe here. You are at peace here. The night holds you, the quiet cradles you, and the spirit of the samurai, calm and steady, rests within you. As the darkness softens around you, you drift slowly toward sleep, not falling into it suddenly, but gliding into it gently, like a leaf settling upon still water, until the world fades into silence, and you rest